Good morning, guys. This is my first vlog on my channel, so I'm looking forward to it. This has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this for a little while now, so I'm hoping you get to see parts of New South Wales at this stage that you haven't seen before, and then as we progress, I'm hoping to go further afield, so I'm talking Queensland and other parts of Australia. So I'm really excited to try and bring to you some places that you've never been to before, give you some maybe holiday ideas or places that you may want to go on a weekend with your family or whatever. So I'm going to try and find some hidden gems. I'm also going to try and find some waterfalls and places like that that aren't necessarily the places that people know about. That's my aim. I'm also going to review you know, popular places as well, so if you haven't been there, you can potentially watch these videos and go, okay, that's for me or that isn't for me, so you don't waste your time traveling 2 hours or however long it is to get to somewhere that you might not enjoy. So yeah, so my day started. I'm on my way to Katara to get my hair cut. You might say you don't need your haircut, it's super short, but I do. I get my haircut once a week, love me or hate me. And then after I get my haircut and I get my daily char time, I'm going to take you around Newcastle. And the reason I'm going to take you around Newcastle is because it's my local city, should I say. This is where I live, and I think it's absolutely amazing. There's some beautiful spots in Newcastle that you probably are unaware of, or if you are aware of, you'll probably agree with me when you see them, that how amazing they are. So it's not the most amazing day today. It's a little bit overcast, but we'll do our best. I want to keep these videos to 15 minutes max. I want them to be sort of short and sharp, get to the point, show you some great locations, show you maybe some cafes that I rate as well. So again, if you ever come to Newcastle, you know which ones to go to. And if you go to them and I say they're great and they're not, don't blame me. You might have a different palate to me or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I'm going to get my mullet cut. I'll be not long at all, and then I'll take you around Newcastle, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I know what you're thinking, Mike, your hair looks spot on, and thank you. No, I'm kidding. I'm pretty happy with it though. Anyway, haircut's done. We're gonna have a little look around my local city and the places that you can come to and check out. The first place I've come to is part of the Glenrock State Conservation Area. Now this up here, I forget what they call it, I'll find out in a second, but this is actually a place where I think it's paragliders jump off. Is it paragliders or parasailers? Parasailer? I think that's off the back of a boat. Anyway, they hover up in the air for ages, and this is a launch pad for them, but they're not always here because obviously they need like the right conditions. So when it's not being used for that, a lot of people come up here, especially on nice days, and they'll use this as like a picnic area, or come up here with a cheese platter and a bottle of wine and, you know, get merry and enjoy life. So this is actually a really, really cool lookout, so I'll show you now. Now guys, it is called Hixon Street. Now I wanted to bring the drone up here, but for obvious reasons you're not allowed a drone up here. But as you can see, it's not the best day, it's quite windy. But this is all artificial grass, so you don't have to worry about it getting muddy when it's raining and you come up here the next day. It's all artificial grass. But this, look at the view. The views are like incredible, especially on sunrise and sunset. Have a look. Amazing. And there are a few lookouts around Newcastle actually, which are like this, but they're a bit further afield. I'm just going to stick around the sort of city area. This is called Hixon Street. It's at the top of Merryweather, near Merryweather Heights. So get the chance to come up here, guys, and you come to Newcastle, make sure you visit this spot. Even if you come up here and take a few selfies, you know, for the gram, for your social media, yeah, it's a beautiful spot up here, Hixon Street. Check it out. Alrighty then, that's that over. Now we're at the top of Merryweather Heights right now, so I'm going to drive down the hill into Merryweather. I'll turn the camera around so you can see the view going down into Merryweather, because it's pretty cool. Merryweather Beach, looking over Merryweather itself and over towards Bar Beach. So yeah, Hixon Street. Let's go to the next destination. Alright, so we're at the bottom of the hill now. So we're down at Merryweather Beach now. So I'm going to jump out and I'll show you one of the local pubs that's just been renovated, which I went to on the weekend for something to eat, and it was decent. And that's the Beach's Hotel. So I'm down at Merryweather Beach. Over here, that's the Beach's Hotel. Like I just said, freshly renovated. Really good vibes in there. It's really cool. They got balconies upstairs and downstairs, so definitely something to check out. So I'm at Blue Door Cafe, or Blue Door Kiosk. Being attacked by pigeons, but this place here, guys, is really popular. Obviously it's right on the beach. But come summertime, guys, this place is hectic. So good coffee and good food if you want somewhere to eat if you're on the beach in summer. I hope you can hear me okay, because the wind's pretty strong, but it's a bit annoying that the sunshine isn't out, but still, it's still a beautiful place. And if you come to Merryweather, guys, you can't really come to Merryweather without getting a coffee from Blue Door. It's just a thing. They've also got toasties. They've got this coconut whip stuff, which is like, I don't know, it's like ice cream, but like I think it's vegan or something. It's super healthy. Apparently, I don't eat that sort of stuff, but yeah, the baths are really good. Merryweather baths are really good for families. Obviously it's guarded by lifeguards as well during summer, which is decent, you know. Yeah, it's just a crazy beach. Gets extremely busy in summer, like crazy. Now, this isn't really an aquarium, but they painted sharks and fish and things like that all over the place. Lobsters, octopus. This leads from, you know that I said about that pub, the Beaches, it was renovated, that leads from the Beaches pub down to the beach, so you don't have to cross the road. I don't know if you can see, it's a bit bright, but this goes straight down to the beach. I'll show you. So Merryweather Surf House, which is just over here, which I just showed you, their view is that. That's the view. You can see it here just behind me. Great place for cocktails, bit of food. It's a great location as well. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Okay, so that's Merryweather done. So we got what? Hixon Street, the Lookout. Now we come down to Merryweather Beach, showed you the different places you can eat at. the baths. Now we're going to make our way around to Newcastle Beach. Just remember, I'm going to show you my favourite places. This video can't be too long because you'll get bored. So let's go around to Newcastle Beach and I will show you that beach, a couple of the cafes there and what I like about that. There's Newcastle baths as well, which I prefer to Merryweather baths, but let's go. Just a little stat about Newcastle while I'm driving around is the port of Newcastle, which I'll show you shortly, is the world's largest port for the exportation of coal. There's a lot of coal mines around here in the Hunter Valley, and you know, I've worked in the coal mines in the Hunter Valley as well. It's huge and there is a lot. So, you know, a little fact about Newcastle, it's the world's largest port for exportation of coal. Knowledge is the bomb, and I thank you. All right guys, just another fact, because knowledge is important, is Newcastle, you might already know this, but Newcastle was home of BHP Steelworks, which ended up becoming, I think, Australia's largest employer. They employed upwards of 11,000 people. They actually closed their doors in 1999, and there was a bit of uproar, and they tried to reopen it after that, but it never took off again. But yeah, that's great. 11,000 people. So guys, this is my favourite beach. This is Newcastle Beach. And the reason I like this, because it's a little bit quieter than the mainstream beaches like Merryweather, even Nobby's at times, but this is getting more and more popular, to be honest. And now the renovation of the Newcastle baths, which I'm about to tell you, or show you, sorry, yeah, it's getting more and more popular. But I think just Newcastle in general is getting more popular, so beaches are just going to increase in how busy it is and stuff. So it's a great beach, it's great surf. I'm about to show you Newcastle baths. Let's go. I'm not going to stick around there because obviously there's people swimming and I want to be careful about what I record, but you see it's freshly renovated as well, so it's a great place to go for a swim, especially when the ocean's rough like this. Okay, so that was Newcastle Beach. So obviously you've got the beach, you've got the kiosk, which is down there that I didn't show you, and then you've got Newcastle Ocean Baths as well, which is pretty much similar to Merryweather Baths but an updated version. And by the way, the last few days when it's been hot, that place has been absolutely jam-packed, so be prepared. Maybe the old, you know, craze of it being new might sort of die off a little bit and people might stop going there, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, that's Newcastle Beach. So I'm going to make my way around now towards Nobby's. I'm not going to really show you Nobby's, and then down towards Honeysuckle. And after Honeysuckle, we'll probably call it a day, because they're my favourite places to go to on a hot sunny day. So we'll make our way to Honeysuckle now, Lego. That's my favourite ice cream. There's an ice cream place, I forget what it's called, near Newcastle Beach. Make sure you get there and try it out. Oops. A little detour before Honeysuckle. We're going up to the historical Fort Scratchley. This is amazing up here, guys. Sorry, I completely forgot about this place, but I will tell you a little bit more about it. This aircon's too much. I'll tell you a little bit more about it when I get inside. Get ready for this one. Guys, I thought they were real people when I walked in. This is some sort of like prison cell for the military police. I'm guessing, I don't know. This feels so English. An open fireplace, old open fireplace. This place, can you hear the echo? Echo? It's the same, there's nothing in here. Alright guys, this is Fort Scratchley. I don't know too much about it, but when we get back in the car, I'll research it and give you some history on this place. Let's just have a little look around for now. Now guys, behind me, up there you've got Port Stephens, this is Nobby's Beach, and then over there you've got, that's where the Newcastle baths were. And yeah, like you literally get a 360 view of Newcastle from up here. The port of Newcastle, where I was talking about, where all the coal is exported from. Yeah, there's some pretty big guns up here and a decent sized whale as well. Guys, where do whales get weighed? At a whale station. Not too sure currently what this was used for, but with the amount of guns and cannons, I'm guessing it was to protect Newcastle during a war or something like that. So like I said, I'll research it when I get in the car. But there's a lot of this stuff is like heritage. It's like not been touched since those days, so it's pretty cool. Let's go down here. Guys, look at this. Look at the size of that shell, man. That's my hand. I wouldn't want to be struck by that one. Oh, even bigger. All right, I've got my trusty Wikipedia out, and it says here, Fort Scratchley, a former coastal defence installation, is now a museum. It is located in Newcastle East. Yeah, we know that, we're here. It was built in 1882 to defend the city against a possible Russian attack. The old Russians coming for the Aussies. However, its guns were not fired in anger until the 8th of June 1942 during the shelling of Newcastle. There you go. And the Australian Army left this site in 1972, which isn't that long ago, really. Isn't that long ago? Oh, 50 years. So there you go. So it was used. It wasn't initially used, but it was used eventually, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see this, but also it's got, like, if you look on Wikipedia, Fort Scratchy, I don't know if you can see that. It's got some old photos as well of, you know, the army personnel and things like that, which is cool. So anyway, let's go. Let's get down to Honeysuckle. So what you'll find about Honeysuckle is the complete opposite to Fort Scratchy. Very new, very modern, new apartments, new restaurants, new cafes, all that sort of thing. But it is a real vibe down here again. When the weather is nice and the sun is shining, this place is amazing. It really is cool. Families, you know, younger people as well, but it's quite a respectable area if you ask me. But with all the new restaurants and stuff opening, I think it's attracting maybe a slightly better crowd. Not saying the crowd prior to it was bad, but yeah, I don't know. I just love it down here. But like anywhere in the world, like, I feel like places are only shown off when the sun's out. Does that make sense? Like, you don't get a full idea of what it's like until there are people everywhere and the vibe's high. So yeah, we're just coming down to it now. This is Queen's Wharf Hotel. I'll turn the camera so you can have a little gander. This is Queen's Wharf Hotel here. Now, on a Sunday, if you're between the ages of 18 and, let's say, I don't know, 30, that's the place to go. Everyone's drinking, everyone's partying, having fun. It's a pretty cool place. But if you're above the age of 30, you probably won't fit in. But that's up to you. Stay young forever, if you ask me. Anyway, this is... When we were up at Fort Scratchy, I showed you the Port of Newcastle from the top. Well, we're now coming down into the Port of Newcastle as well. So, Harry's. That's a bit of a famous takeaway joint there, guys. We've got Scratchy's, we've got Battle Sticks, which is a, I'm pretty sure it's a fish restaurant. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain it is. But there is the harbour. That's Newcastle Harbour. So that's where all the coal ships come in and get loaded up and off skis. They're gone. And over there in the distance, I think you can see is another green and yellow ship. That's a grain terminal. So obviously grain, it's used for everything, you know, cereals, you name it, chicken feed. That's a grain terminal. So that's also a huge place where ships get loaded up and they go all over the world from there as well. So in terms of exportation of goods, Newcastle does all right for itself, I'm not gonna lie. All right, we're gonna go down here. I'll park up, I'll show you the nice cafes, restaurants, etc. And yeah, we'll wrap this up. But yeah, let's find a park, which isn't easy. All right, so this is Honeysuckle. I'm gonna go and show you the restaurants and the bars and the, like, a pubby sort of area, which was what I was talking about earlier. There's a real vibe when the sun's out and it's a nice day. So I'll show you that, show you a few of the views and what's around here, and then we'll wrap this up. Finally got my sunnies on because that was weird. The one thing I said that wasn't happening, the sun shining, the sun's now out. So what we've really done here, guys, we've gone from over here, Merryweather, and we've literally done a big loop all the way around to Newcastle Harbour. So I don't know if you can see right out there, that's Nobby's, so we could see that from Fort Scratchley, but this is Newcastle Harbour. So the coal ships coming up here, if you can see it over there, they get loaded up over here. This is the grain terminal I was telling you about, and that goes around to a place called Carrington. So yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful spot. New apartments over here. If you look down there, there's brand new apartments down there. They've all got amazing views. I actually worked in a few of them. They sold extremely quickly. So yeah, it's just a great area. There's ice cream places here for kids, there's seafood restaurants, there's fast food, or a little bit of fast food. So there's something for everyone. And like I said, in the summer when the sun's shining, especially in the evening, early evening, this place, the vibe down here is amazing. So make sure you check out Honeysuckle. You can walk from Nobby's, you can walk from Nobby's up there, all the way down here, all the way down around the water, all the way around to Carrington. That's a beautiful walk as well. So make sure you come and check out the Honeysuckle. All right, everyone, I'm gonna wrap this up. Look, I didn't want these videos to go on too long because I didn't want to bore you guys, and I've just shown you today a couple of the, I guess, more popular places in Newcastle, on nice days, even bad days as well. But I need to give a special shout out to a few other places that I didn't get to. Black Butt Reserve is a great place to go if you've got a young family, if you've got a party. It's an outdoor area which is completely free. You need to pay for parking, but it's free. It's got a massive walk through like the forest or like this bush area. It's got animal enclosures, it's got snakes, koalas, birds, you name it, wallabies, kangaroos, peacocks. That's all free. That's all free. So make sure you go and check out Black Butt Reserve. Obviously they've got Westfield, Katara, which is a big shopping centre, Charlestown Square, which is another big shopping centre. What else have we got? My personal favourite cafes in Newcastle are 2300, which is up Newcastle East, Outdo Cafe, which is on King Street, and also Lord's Coffee, which is on Beaumont Street as well. So if you come to Newcastle, make sure you check them out. The Social, yeah, there's lots, there's so much, guys, so just make sure you check it all out. So I hope you enjoyed this first video, short and sweet, but I just wanted to show you my home city, or hometown should I say. And from here, once a week, I'll be going off, I'll be reviewing other places around New South Wales and seeing what they're like. But I want to explore as much as I can and give you guys a bit of an insight into what it's like here, and give you some ideas if you want some day trips or holidays away. So please make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell to give you notifications when I do post. I'd appreciate that. But until next time, and the next destination, I will see you soon, and ta-ta.